My name is Sugata Mitra, and I'm Professor of Educational Technology at the Newcastle University, Newcastle upon Tyne in England. Well, yes, there's a prize called TED Prize, and it's awarded by this website called TED.com, which has lots and lots of really interesting talks, and they give that prize there. Their motto is ideas worth spreading, and every year they try and choose one individual whose idea they think really ought to spread and they ought to help. And 2013 was the first year when they announced this prize of $1 million, and well, they gave it to me. But SOUL stands for, is an abbreviation, and stands for Self-Organized Learning Environments. The two words, the first two words are joined. It's self-organized learning environment, because if you say self-organized learning environment, it almost seems as though the children kind of get together and say, what shall we learn today? It's not about that at all. A self-organized learning environment, or a SOUL, is an attempt by a group of children to answer a big, difficult but interesting question using the internet. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that each child then stares at a little device, because then you don't need a group if everybody's on their own. So in a SOUL, we restrict the number of computers. Let's say if there are 20 children, we might have 5 computers. And we don't tell the children anything, we don't give them any instructions. We just say, what do you think of this question? What do you think is the answer? And the children would guess, and then you would say, well, instead of guessing, why don't you find out from the internet? And then they look around and they find there are only 5 computers. So then they ask the teacher, why are there only 5? Can we have some more? At which point the teacher has a very special role to play. She says, I don't know, to everything. She says, I don't know, you figure it out. Why is that important? Because we are preparing these children for 20 or 30 years from now. If they run into a problem at that time, then Dulwich College is not going to be there to help them to solve that problem. What we need to prepare them for is to figure it out. And with the only addition, don't try and figure everything out just by yourself. Figure out things with your friends in a group. Use the internet as much as you like. The internet is the biggest invention of our times, perhaps the biggest game changer ever. So it would be a terrible mistake for schools to keep the internet out. Instead, you do just the opposite and say, I wonder what the answer to this question is. I don't know the answer. I don't think anybody in the school knows the answer. You figure it out.